was an awfully truncated week, 85.88. But lots to chat about in terms of some big corporate voices. So let's bring on board Vinod Aggarwal, CEO VE Commercial Vehicles of Eicher Motors, who joins in first on ET Now to talk a little bit about how the month has gone by. Thank you so much for being with us on the show. To start off with, tell us more about how the commercial vehicle sales numbers have shaped up for the month of March.
Commercial vehicle industry clearly is on the revival path. If you look at the month of March, the March also has grown by 5 ton and above industry has grown by 13%. It's now at around 39,000 as against 35,000 in last year of March 2014. And even in quarter one also the growth has been around 23%. It's 99,000 as against 81,000 last year in quarter one of 2014. So it's clearly on the revival path, and this revival is basically led by the heavy duty trucks, which is 16 ton and above industry. And 16 ton and above industry has grown by in fact 39% in quarter one. And quarter four of 2014 also this growth was 38%. So heavy duty trucks clearly are reviving. And in the month of March we saw a sale of 20,500 in heavy duty trucks. So it's becoming normal, you can say. And
okay.
However, the light and medium duty trucks, which is 5 to 15 ton, that is still dropping. In fact, the month of March saw a drop of 7% in 5 to 15 ton light and medium duty trucks. Even on for the quarter one, it was almost flat.
Okay, Mr. Aggarwal, let's also
and
talk
buses
about.
Also are growing very well.
Sure. Okay, let's also talk about the export market then. Sales have been declining. So what's been the issue there?
Export market has declined basically because of Bangladesh. Because Bangladesh last year market was quite good, and this year Bangladesh market has come down. But then hopefully it should revive in the second half.
Mr. Aggarwal, typically the month of March is always better for commercial vehicle sales, largely on account of tax planning. Do you think that the coming months can be weak as the things on the ground are still taking a little bit of time to pick up?
No, definitely, the quarter one or the Jan to March quarter is always the best quarter in a year. And now April to June, it will be certainly less than Jan to March quarter. But then since the market is reviving, we should see good growth in the coming months as well. And it will be much better than the corresponding previous year of the earlier quarters. So we see good growth in April to June also.
Okay, and on the pricing front, what is the situation? Is the discounting on trucks still high, especially when you're competing with 3 to 4 large players?
Discounting still is, I would say still it is high in pockets because there is still idle capacity in the market. If you look at all the manufacturers still have not reached their peak capacities. So till the time the capacity is idle in the market, always
pollution problem as they launch the first National Air Quality Index today. Let's move right on and get right back to the management of Eicher Motors, who was interacting with us just a short while ago. Continue, sir, with your chain of thought. We were talking about, competition with some of the large key players in your sector.
So that's what I was saying, that we still have the idle capacity in the industry. So till the time the idle capacity is there, we will continue to see the discounting forces, continuing to act.
Okay, and do you think opening up of mining sector, especially coal, will boost the commercial vehicle segment few quarters down the line?
No, definitely it's already boosting. In fact, if you look at, we will still see the impact of this new mines which will open up, which have been auctioned now. But on the other hand, the Coal India itself has become very active after the government has, brought in tremendous focus on coal mines. So Coal India itself is increasing production, and we see a lot of action in coal mines. And as a result, our Volvo tippers, we sell very high-end tippers in coal mines from Volvo. So that there we are already, experiencing very good growth.
Speaking
so
of
mining
which,
sector is definitely going to contribute.
Right. Speaking of
Pardon?
which, Volvo sold nearly 5% stake in VECV's parent, Eicher Motors. Will they be taking a hike in the stake in the VECV joint venture in order to get better control over the CV operations? Can you fill us in?
No, let me clarify. As far as this joint venture is concerned, this will continue to be managed on equal partnership basis. So there is no change in the shareholding pattern of the joint venture company, and there is no change in the governance structure of the joint venture company. And both Eicher Motors as well as Volvo, they are committed to the growth of VECV as it was before. So there is no change in the shareholding pattern of VECV. They have sold the shares in Eicher Motors.
Okay.
So this joint venture is managed on equal partnership basis.
Okay, and Mr. Aggarwal, is there any specific...
There is no such plan, you know.
Sure. So has there been any specific reason why Volvo sold stake in Eicher Motors and any communication that you got from them? What about the remainder stake? Is that also going to be sold?
No, this was basically their decision which they have taken at Eicher Motors level, because Eicher Motors level stake doesn't have any impact on the joint venture, because joint venture is as it is equally managed. So their stake in Eicher Motors had no role basically. So that investment they had made at the time of the joint venture. So that they have taken the call to sell part of it. So it doesn't impact at all VECV. And they already, like for example now in VECV we have set up a global hub for them for supplying them Euro 6 compliant engines. So it's a very, very important joint venture for them, where they are going to use it for their various other needs. So there is no change at all. And like for example, we have also adopted Volvo Group technology in our entire new development of products, 5 ton to 49 ton. So they have given us the technology, they have given us this new engine plant. They are helping us in leveraging their distribution network in export markets. So as far as their commitment to the joint venture is concerned, that remains absolutely perfect.
Okay, Mr. Aggarwal, thank you so much for giving us all of those clarifications as well as running us through the growth path for Eicher Motors going forward. Great to have you with us on the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, Eicher Motors, the stock, by the way, has done very well over the last 1 year, 163% higher. Today a tad muted, but lots of things to look forward to in terms of the growth path, which seems to be intact. But meantime, from the broader markets, take a look at lots of stocks on the BSE 200 index, which have hit new highs today. You've got a lot of them concentrated in the pharma space. Aurobindo Pharma, 3.7% higher. Cadila perched up at that 1855 level. Aurobindo has been a stellar performing stock. Today is no exception. By the way, SKS Micro was one of Ashwini Gujral's long-term or mid-term portfolio recommendations. That one is doing very well today at a new high. Century Textiles is the other one. Of course, it has been on a tear over the past few weeks, doing very well on the back of news, 680. From the pharma space, once again, no surprises. Sun Pharma doing very well. Strides, Lupin, Bharat Forge, Gujarat Pipavav, and of course, you've got a Torrent Pharma. In fact, all of these counters are quoting at their fresh at a 52-week high or hit new highs today.